Good afternoon, I'm Bali Dlamini. A group of students from Wits University have gathered outside the Bromfontein campus today to protest in solidarity with students who have been unable to register for the 2026 academic year. The students are demanding the immediate registration of all, regardless of academic criteria or historic debt. They say exorbitant residence fees have created a cycle of debt that bars thousands from the system. They're also calling for a 2-week extension of the registration period, but the university says a further extension would be to the students' detriment. Wits spokesperson Sharona Patel says while the university respects the right to peaceful protest, it has warned it will act if the rights of others are violated.
The university has already made substantial concessions and assisted students as far as possible. To this end, the university has the Wits Registration Assistance Fund and the SRC Access Fund, which collectively have disbursed about 26 million rand to students this year for registration accommodation.
The Judicial Conduct Committee will investigate a complaint against corruption-accused Judge Portia Phahlane. The complaint was lodged by Aubrey Ledwaba, the acting judge president of the Pretoria High Court. It follows the arrest of Phahlane and her son on corruption charges. Phahlane allegedly received bribes in connection with a legal dispute over succession within the International Pentecostal Holiness Church. Dimakatso Leshoro has more.
The Judicial Services Commission has taken control of the matter and tasked the Judicial Conduct Committee, a body of judges that investigates complaints against judges, with conducting a formal investigation. Both acting Judge President Ledwaba and Judge Phahlane have until next Friday to submit representations to the JCC. In the meantime, Judge Phahlane will not preside over any part-heard matters until the process is concluded, in line with the bail conditions imposed in the criminal proceedings against her. It is alleged that 7 months before she was officially allocated the church succession case, Judge Phahlane had already accepted a bribe related to the matter. Meanwhile, acting Judge President Ledwaba has also been accused of accepting a 2.5 million rand bribe to grant alleged crime boss Katiso Molefe bail of 100,000 rand. Ledwaba has denied these allegations. Dimakatso Leshoro, Eyewitness News.
Authorities have started filling dug trenches at a site in Springs where some residents were illegally mining for gold. Over the past week, a kraal in the Gugulethu informal settlement in Ekurhuleni has been at the heart of a mini gold rush following rumours of gold deposits in the ground. But there have been repeated crackdowns in that area by police who have described the activities as illegal mining. Tabiso Koba reports.
Front-loader trucks, TLBs and other specialized machinery have been deployed towards law enforcement authorities are calling an illegal mining site. The mission is to level the surface, clear the dumping spots and compact the soil in order to make it difficult for people to mine again in the area. On the sidelines, residents from the Gugulethu informal settlement watch on as their hopes of striking gold get buried under a thick pile of sand. One of those is Tembelani Mazaleni.
Many people are poor because of this place closing down, because at least they were benefiting. Many people are unemployed here, so I don't know where they're going to get food from. Maybe they should start breaking into people's homes and steal.
Law enforcement authorities have warned the community members they will be arrested should they come back and start mining again. Tabiso Koba, Eyewitness News, Springs.
The ANC's parliamentary whip Mdumisani Ntuli is cracking down on MPs who do not spend enough time on the ground campaigning, especially in the Western Cape. Ntuli says the parliamentary program will be reworked to allow them to spend less time in parliament and more time in communities because it is an election year. The party's parliamentary caucus is holding a mini lekgotla today to discuss the implementation of the party's program determined at last year's National General Council and the Cabinet lekgotla last month. Lindsay Dentlinger reports.
ANC Whip Mdumiseni Ntuli says the parliamentary program is often grueling, but this year more time has to be found for electioneering.
The business of being in parliament 5 days a week, 3 months consecutively might not work this year. We need to find time where we come in and the program is extensive, very intense, but we go away as well for 2 months or so in coming.
Ntuli says even when MPs are on parliamentary duty in Cape Town, any free time they have should be spent drumming up support for the party.
The sitting is starting at 2, comrades. So there is no reason why a problem maker can't go to your door-to-door from 10 to 12.
Ntuli is also not giving members of the executive a free pass.
Those who are also in government will have to juggle between being in government and also to do the political work.
The ANC will head into this year's local government elections with its support in the Western Cape at an all-time low. Lindsay Dentlinger, Eyewitness News, Parliament.
And in the U.S., an airport in Florida will soon be renamed after U.S. President Donald Trump. The move comes after a bill proposing the change was approved by the state's legislature. The airport renaming will also require the approval of the Federal Aviation Administration. It would then become the latest institution to be renamed after Trump. Trump has also sought to rename New York's Penn Station and Washington's Dulles International Airport after himself. Gold is trading at $5,035.44 an ounce. The rand is at 16.09 to the dollar, 21.67 to the pound, 18.95 to the euro, and Brent crude oil is at $71.66 a barrel.
Well, at this stage, no major delays have been reported in 702 land. However, just look out for those faulty traffic lights in Marlborough, at Marlborough Drive in Zinnia. Traffic lights also out of order in Hyde Park at Jan Smarten Republic, as well as Randburg at Witkoppen and Riverbend.
It's a partly cloudy afternoon in Gauteng with isolated showers expected. Temperatures have peaked at highs of between 27 and 30 degrees. The top story in EWN this hour, a group of students from Wits University have gathered outside the Bromfontein campus to protest in solidarity with those who have been unable to register.
EWN, in touch, in tune and independent. For the latest, visit ewn.co.za or download the EWN app.
Your brain's a well-oiled machine. Now put it to work in the brain of 702. Enter on primeMediaPlus.com. T's and C's apply.
You're with Relebogile Mabotja.
Live, streaming countrywide
On the Prime Media Plus app.
DSTV channel 856
92.7
and 106 FM.
Minutes after 1 o'clock. Welcome to 702 Afternoons with me, Relebogile Mabotja. It is a Friday, the 20th of February. You know we have fun on our show on Friday. And I have to tell you guys, the place I'm going to be telling you about today, you will be making your way there because their food is so good. And we'll also be giving away some money. So let's talk about what's coming up on the show. Our food feature. We're talking Sparkys. We're going to be joined by the co-founders of Sparkys, Michael Sparks and Nicholas McWilliams. Unplugged on 702 Afternoons. Coming through will be Raymond Skinner, who is an actor and an aspiring singer, songwriter, and award-winning theatre performer to be entertaining us. And then, guys, I have to stop myself from being a groupie for the upside of failure. The phenomenal actor, writer, director, super amazing and talented Zayn Mias will be joining us in studio for today. So it's going to be a great show. Get in touch with us. 011 8830702. SMS us 31702. Tweet at Relebogile M at Radio 702 using the hashtag 702 Afternoons and the WhatsApp line 072 702 1702.
702 Afternoons
With Relebogile Mabotja.
on 702
Let's walk the talk. 702.
Food Feature.
In our food feature for today, we are talking Sparkys, and we are joined by co-founders of Sparkys, Michael Sparks and Nicholas McWilliams, who did the very risky but brave thing of opening something new and introducing it to South Africans. And it can only mean that things are starting to go well if you can open more than one branch. And I'm so glad to welcome them in studio. Get in touch with us, 011 883 0702 and the WhatsApp line 072 702 1702. Gents, welcome. Thank you so much for coming through.
Hi, Relebogile. Thanks so much for having us on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Can I ask you to get a bit more intimate with your microphone? There we go.
Sure.
So I need to understand the vibes I'm getting. Let me start with you, Michael. The vibes I'm getting is those serial entrepreneur vibes, always looking for the next thing and how you can build and expand. Am I accurate?
You are really yeah. We always looking for our next location, but I think it also requires a bit of patience. You know, one shop at a time, one burger at a time. You know, that's always been our philosophy. Don't rush anything.
How did you even get into the food business? Is this something that you did like as your first thing, or you were in corporate and then you were like, well, let me take this risk because I'm tired of sitting at a desk all day?
No, so neither of us come from a food background, so it was a big risk at the time. But it was also in the middle of COVID. You know, COVID was a crazy time for all of us. And I think we just started.
So I had another business at the time. Mike had just moved back from living overseas. And during COVID, the lockdown
Why don't you want to
times-
say America?
Well, actually, at the time, he was in the UK. He moved back from the UK. So he had moved back from the UK. And we would, you know, during those lockdown times, there was not much to do. But we saw that food was operating, as notably takeaways were operating. So we came up with an idea one drunken night to come up with a burger brand, and we started. We originally started just as a dark kitchen on Uber Eats and Mr. D.
Wait, pause. Question from your side. What were you doing at the time? Like, what was your business?
I had an educational business, which I still ran for about another year into Sparkys until I saw that Sparkys had much more scalability than what I was currently doing, and then went full-time with Sparkys.
And what were you doing in your abroad life?
So I was actually selling nature guide courses over in the UK.
You guys are so random.
Yeah, we are.
Nature guide courses.
Yeah, I was essentially speaking to all the A-level students or the students in matric and telling them, guys, don't go to Ibiza, you know, and party it up when you're done. Come out to Africa and learn something really special, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so on this drunken night, and I want to know, because maybe many people underestimate moments of non-sobriety when your fears are quite like a bit lowered. Did you already know what specifically you wanted to do, or did you say, let's sell burgers?
So we saw a gap in the market, especially in Johannesburg, because that's where we know that we have traveled extensively, both of us, and we had seen, and we're avid fast food fans, so we had seen things overseas that weren't quite here. So we knew that we took the best things that we could take from all different brands and created our own brand. And if you know, South Africans do food very well. If you look at some of our big national chains that are South African made, they're all over the world now. Yeah. So we really have a penchant for good food in South Africa. So we saw a gap in the market, and you know, to be an entrepreneur, you have to be willing to take risks. You have to be able to sleep at night knowing that the next morning it might not be the same, you might not get paid, you pay yourself last. So it takes a special type of person to do that. But we saw that there was a gap in the market, and at the time, the online kitchens were very busy. So Uber Eats and Mr. D, during COVID, people were getting everything delivered. You just look at Checker 60, how they've done. The delivery model is taking over. But after a while of being delivery only, too many people were coming to us asking for retail. So we never planned on going retail.
So this is obviously post COVID, but when you were discussing, because I don't want to glaze easily over the fact that what you were doing is you're not just selling food, you know, you're building a brand.
100%.
You're deciding a name, and you ticking the boxes of the 101 of fast food. You looked at the South African market, but what made you take the risk of going the route of fast food in South Africa as a local original brand, knowing that we compete with a lot of American fast food chains in South Africa? And as a South African crowd, I mean, we're speaking about it off air, there's some things that just end up not working here at all.
Yeah, 100%. I think we had a bit of delusions of grandeur at the time. I think we thought
Alcohol will do that.
Yeah, I think we thought we were a bit too big for our boots to begin with, but you got to reach for the stars. So we went for it, not knowing what was going to happen, and the market responded very favorably towards us. So we're very grateful to that. The one thing that South Africans want quality, but they also want value for money. So especially in this economy at the moment, you need to give people bang for their buck. And we feel that a lot of places aren't doing that. We are big on portion size and big on quality. So we would rather raise our prices than drop our quality. Our quality is so important to us. During this latest stint now with this foot and mouth disease, it's been crazy in the beef market. If you go to the supermarkets and you see some supermarkets are charging 180 Rand a kilogram of mince, which is just unaffordable for people. So if you actually look at what it takes you to make a burger at home these days, you can come to a fast food chain and get it cheaper.
And I know we're going to get so many golden nuggets from this conversation. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we continue talking Sparkys.
If a holiday is on your list this year, now's your chance. For 4 days only from the 19th to the 22nd of February, the Pop-Up Flight Center Travel Expo is unlocking limited time deals on holiday packages, cruises, tours, and more. Catch the expo at Sandton City Center Court or get the same offers at Flight Center stores nationwide. But hurry, once the expo ends, the deals do too. Flight Center, your center for travel.
Growing a business is a 24/7 job. In fact, 55% of small business owners say they can never switch off. Usually it's personal moments like missed date nights and long overdue holidays that pay the price. Xero wants to help you claim one back with an emotional tax return. To enter, share a moment you missed while growing your business on Instagram stories and tag @Xero, that is spelt with an X. Competition ends on the 22nd of March. T's and C's apply.
When you train for results, you don't quit halfway. Earn up to 7.35% interest with a Nedbank Just Invest account. Access your money within 24 hours. Keep your money agile. Get money fit with Nedbank. See money differently. Nedbank. For more information, visit nedbank.co.za. We're licensed FSP and registered credit provider. T's and C's apply.
Coming up, the Mahindra Fusion Fest quiz. To enter, WhatsApp the keyword Mahindra to 0727021702 with your name and ID number. We could be calling you back to play for up to 10,000 Rand cash. I did tell you yesterday, we really want to give you the money, guys. Like we are trying to give you. You also will win 2 tickets to the fest. Only on 702. T's and C's apply.
John Perlman. Weekday afternoons,
3 to 6.
It does seem as if this kind of profile sharing is perhaps too easy. Do you as the council see it as a problem? And if you do you have ideas as to how it can be prevented?
It is a big problem. It's something that is easy for those that are doing it to do it. This is a practice that is happening for a long time that we have complained about.
What has Uber done that Bolt hasn't done?
They have done what we requested, a selfie verification.
Melitemba Mguni.
John Perlman.
3 to 6 on 702.
702 Afternoon Drive with John Perlman is proudly brought to you by Telkom Business. Possible begins here.
702.
Food feature.
19 minutes after 1 o'clock, and we continue in our food feature for today, chatting Sparkys, and we're joined by Michael Sparks as well as Nicholas McWilliams, the 2 founders of Sparkys that took the big risk of building this brand, and they are located in different places in Joburg, Melrose, North Bryanston. Where's the other location?
Craighall and Waterfall.
Craighall and Waterfall now.
There we go, and they continue to look for locations. So if you feel like you want Sparkys in your area, send them a DM to get in touch. And really, I want to take a moment to give props to the food. 011-883-0702, the WhatsApp line 072-702-1702. We were served double bacon burgers, double chili burgers, big papa burgers, chicken tenders. Guys, those chicken tenders, listen. I am so excited, so I encourage you all to make your way. But beyond that, I want you to also be inspired and realize that it is possible to pivot in your world. We talk about this all the time on the show, and take a risk and find opportunity. You can literally go from selling education to selling burgers and living your best life at the same time. So I have to just ask, Michael, you wanted to share something with us.
Yeah, and forgive me if I get a little bit emotional. You know, our manager at Bryanston, Abongile, shout out to you, Bongs, if you're listening. She was a part-time domestic at my house, and we got her into the business, and she obviously started, in the back and then worked her way up. Her husband, Batini, now works for us as well. And, she came to Nick and I the other day and she said, guys, I just want to let the two of you know that we're buying a house.
Wow.
And I think that, if that's not part of what the South African dream is, what is? There is still opportunity out there. People can still, with hard work and determination, do things, And so it really, it's inspiring to create opportunities for people like that, and we're just very grateful to have such incredible staff.
And good on the both of you. I mean, Anele across our streets here at 947, for example, shares the story of how her, domestic worker became nanny, is now, elevated to working in a business in a senior role. And those are the success stories which remind us that anything truly is possible.
Absolutely.
When it comes to the business, what would you say was the hardest part of the process? And maybe, Nicholas, let me come to you. What was the most difficult part that maybe people are not aware of? Because I think the foot and mouth disease is something we're aware impacts South Africans, but also the food industry. But what are other things that impact you?
One of the toughest things for us in our infancy was to find locations. So we were lucky to get our first store in Melrose during the pandemic. There was quite a lot of rental space available at the time. But from that one store, trying to get to number 2 was very difficult. People don't take you seriously if you only have one location. They weren't open to negotiation or anything like that. There were a lot of other brands not wanting us in the centers because we would take customers away from them.
Oh, wow.
So
the small fish,
that was a very difficult thing for us to wrap our heads around. And now that we're at store number 4, it's becoming a bit easier, but that was a logistical nightmare. As entrepreneurs, you're in a position to expand, but the market's not letting you. So it's very frustrating to be in that position. Also, the long hours of food is very hard.
I'm sure you have days when you want to cut your feet off from all the standing and everything else. So please tell me, just Michael, in terms of the other things that you offer on your menu, you brought us the most delicious Oreo milkshakes. They're not bypassing with the ingredients. It's even got the little bits in it. It is so, so good. What are the other things that people can come and enjoy?
So we have nuggets, chicken pops, obviously our tenders, which you tried, single burgers, double burgers, triple burgers. If you're willing to take it on. And our beef is 100% grass fed. That also really, really helps. We've always wanted to remain quite ethical in that regard.
Final thoughts, Nick, from your side. I mean, I know people can head over to the socials at Sparkys Fast Food on social media. Please give them a follow. You'll be able to see all of their locations as well. But from your side, final thoughts?
We're very grateful. We're looking forward to the future. Happy to employ people, happy to create new jobs. And to anyone wanting to start something in South Africa, you don't need a big budget to start something. If we told you what we started this business with, you wouldn't believe it. We didn't come...
A hope, a prayer, and some vodka.
Some hard...
some hard liquor.
And just be willing to put the time in.
Yes. Yeah. There's a question that just came in asking, are there any franchising opportunities, especially because you guys have been owning, but I think there could be something there.
I mean, send us a DM. We're always open to negotiating.
Oh, listen, they went from begging to be in spaces to being on air, having people saying, what is the franchising information? Gents, congratulations. The food is so good. And folks, please know in our food feature, when I'm like raving about food, I'm not exaggerating and I'm not getting paid to say it. It really is good. So please make sure you head out there. They've got different locations and you'll be able to see when they open new ones. I recommend double bacon. And then they even have mayonnaise, a bacon mayonnaise. What crazy, delicious weirdness is that about? Different kinds of things. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. Thank you so much for joining us, Jen.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Relebogile.
Fashion, art, and music will take center stage. And so can you by playing the Mahindra Fusion Fest quiz on 702.
The Mahindra Fusion Fest 2026 goes down on Saturday, the 7th of March at Sunbet Arena, and it is going to be a cultural revolution fusing unique expressions of music, fashion, and art into one-off performances for one night only. Nomuzi Mabena Muesli is hosting with live performances by Dali Wonga, Focalistic, Kurt Darren, Claire Johnston from Mango Groove, Zingumalo, the Tshwane Gospel Choir, and more. Get your tickets now at Ticketmaster. Complete a test drive at your nearest Mahindra showdown and stand a chance to win the Mahindra XUV3XO. T's and C's apply. And now it is time to chat to somebody who sent us a WhatsApp with a name and an ID number. Candace Clark Steins from Pretoria East. How are you doing?
I'm well, thanks. And you, Relebogile?
I am well. Candace, do you want to win some money today?
I do, so badly.
Why do you want to win? What do you need money for?
I want to save.
Ah, girl, I feel you. Now you need to pick a category, art, fashion, or music.
Music.
Are you sure?
Yep, let's go with music.
We're going to go with music, and don't forget you have 30 seconds to answer 5 questions in the category of music. Each question answered correctly is going to earn you 2,000 Rand cash. So now it is that time for the Mahindra Fusion Fest quiz. Abel, start the clock. True or false, live music happens at the Mahindra Fusion Fest?
True.
Which instrument has keys?
A piano.
What controls the sound level?
An amplifier.
Name a South African dance genre.
I'm a piano.
Bands have multiple musicians, true or false?
True.
One more time. What controls the sound level?
A microphone.
Guys, do you see how hard I'm trying to give this money away?
Okay, a speaker.
The correct answer is volume. But girl, I'm so glad you said I'm a piano. You are within. You've won yourself 8,000 Rand cash.
Thank you so much.
Are you really going to save or are you lying to us?
I'm really going to save.
You are going to save.
I opened a tax-free a few weeks ago, so I'm saving.
Okay, and what are the long-term goals? Are you studying? Are you working at the moment?
I'm working, but I want to buy a place.
You want to buy a place?
Yes,
girl,
my own place. Yes.
Listen, that 8,000 Rand deposit is going to take you far.
I'll have to add to it, but
you will add to it, and then of course you have won yourself 2 tickets to the fest. Who are you taking with you?
I'm going to take my best friend.
Oh, you guys must have so much fun. Stay on the line so we can take all of your details. Guys, catch us again next week. There'll be another chance to play the Mahindra Fusion Fest quiz on 702. 10,000 Rand cash every day is available. We're making it so easy, guys. Come through. And coming up in the next hour of the show, we have Unplugged on 702 Afternoons. Raymond Skinner, who is an actor, aspiring singer-songwriter, and award-winning theatre performer, joins us. And then the upside of failure. Get your questions in early for the phenomenal and accomplished actor that is Zayn Mias. It is 1:30. Time for your latest eyewitness news headlines. Good afternoon, my darling.
Thanks, Relebogile. Very good afternoon. Suspended Deputy National Police Commissioner Shadrack Sibiya has been accused of prematurely acting in implementing the action plan to disband the Political Killings Task Team. Testifying at the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry today, Sibiya consistently defended his actions by claiming he was acting on Police Minister